Episode 11, A New Lead. I spent the morning in the Calhoun's balcony garden. I wanted to start the new day in silence without Priyanka fussing over me. She loved to chat during breakfast. Getting comfortable, I leaned over to the food tray. Waffles and coffee. You know. I've missed coffee so much. I ate, enjoying the greenery and colors around me. I wanted to rest and have a moment of peace. When the door to the balcony opened, I turned around. Miss, are you still wearing your amulet? When you're in a house with boots, it's better to always keep it close. I hope I'm not bothering you. No, I just wanted to sit in silence. The maid pulled out an object from under her sari. She twirled it in her hands and handed it to me. Take it. It's yours. She was holding a multicolored thread with a small pendant. I'll help you put it on. The amulet put it on. I touched the necklace with my fingers. I didn't see a necklace on my neck, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome, miss. May it guard you when I'm not around. May it appear the next time I look. When is your wedding? In 3 days. Miss Cahan is restless, always busy. Are you looking forward to it? I don't know, maybe. They told me that my fiancé is a good man. I'm starting a new chapter in my life. You should invite your colleagues to my wedding. The more people there are, the merrier the celebration will be. It really wouldn't hurt for us to rest and distract ourselves. Grandma always said that even in difficult times, life must go on. Otherwise, there'll be no strength left to fight. Of course, we'll come. The maid smiled at me and then went about her business. I was thinking about today. I had to go to the library to study the Brahmi script. Manu, who'd helped me earlier, immediately came to mind. On the way there, I wanted to stop by the sari shop and maybe even invite one of my colleagues to come with me. I didn't expect to stay in Calcutta for such a long time, so I didn't bring enough spare clothes. Before leaving, I decided to call my brother. Hello, Khan home speaking. Karen, it's me. Oh, hi, make it quick. I'm leaving for school soon. How are you doing? How's school? I'm fine. I've turned in almost all my essays. There are a couple classes that I'm struggling with, though. But the teachers are being understanding. They know I'm trying my best, and I'm also busy with sports. But I'm looking forward to coming there. I'll see you next week, right? I'm worried. How are you going to fly alone? I'm not a kid. How's Grandma? Did you tell the nurse that you're leaving? Yes, Grandma's unwell. What do you mean? She's more often delirious than conscious, always talking to herself. No one can get through to her. Oh. Poor Grandma. I miss her so much. She was such a wonderful woman before her. Please stop there. It's sad enough as it is. Your brother sighed. Look, I need to get going. I'll see you next week, okay? Sure. Now, the shop. I want to buy a shalwar kamizi. I found myself in a already familiar street. I instantly immersed myself in the local atmosphere. Bright fabrics, loud voices, the smell of spices. It's so crowded here, and just look at the traffic. Looking at Calcutta, so lively, noisy, unique, I thought to myself, it's fascinating. The local culture is so original and unique, it's instantly won my heart. It's unlike America, we really don't have that here. I'm serious. The moment later, I entered the shop and it was empty. The shop owner was busy somewhere else in the workshop. Without wasting any time, I began to choose an outfit. Hearing me moving around, the woman immediately came out to assist me, offering me a choice of beautiful fabrics. So we got a green. Wow. Very pretty. a modest outfit. We only have 2 choices. That's very, transparent, I'm just saying. You know, normally I don't pick outfits like this, especially because of how bright, colorful it is, but for once. I happily turned back and forth in front of the mirror. Beautiful. After I picked the clothes, the owner also offered to fix my hairstyle. I thought we were supposed to bring one of our colleagues. Elegant. Braid. New style. Elegant. Would have liked to keep my old hair, but I'll have to change it here in a minute. We would have access to a new hairstyle. I guess I'll wear it temporarily. Rushing out of the changing room, I bumped into Gillian Lima Raton, the shop owner. Let's do Lima. You're finally here. Sorry for being late. The city seems to have gone crazy today. Everyone's rushing somewhere. So, have you already chosen this Shalwar Kamizi? Yes, that's what I'm wearing. The woman glanced at my outfit. I grinned. I'm dazzled by your beauty. Seriously, Amala, even on the most challenging days of our investigation, you still managed to look amazing. You're making me look really plain in comparison. She finds you very attractive in the clothing. Sorry that I asked you to come out while things are still so fraught, but I wanted to spend some time with you. She waved it off. Don't apologize. We all need to recover from what happened. And I feel much calmer when there's someone from our group next to me. You know how Lightwood is caught up in his own worries right now, so we don't see much of each other. So you don't mind spending time with me? On the contrary, I would appreciate if you could distract me from all the horrible thoughts that I have been running through my head as of late. I'm inviting you for a walk and a cup of coffee. I'll try to entertain you with my conversation, and the vibrant local atmosphere won't let you be alone with your thoughts. Let's do it. Otherwise, I will just drown in my anxiety and despair. I paid for my purchases, leaving the money on the counter. We spent the next hour walking under the scorching afternoon sun, sometimes hiding in the shadows of the buildings. I grabbed a coffee and Lima chose an iced tea. The conversation flowed smoothly from one topic to the other, and time passed without either of us realizing it. When Lima found out that I was going to the library, she asked to come with. Thanks for letting me join you. I really wanted to come here. Sure, I was happy to. Do you like books? Yes, although I don't think I'll understand any of the local ones. I looked around the spacious hall. After showing my library card, I needed to find the right section. Maybe we should go to where Manu works. He can help me navigate here. He will be useful. What if he was being punished because of me? He'll be useful. Manu is in his element here. He could find the right section and the book in a jiffy, and entertain you with a conversation while at it. After 10 minutes of wandering between the now familiar shelves, we got to that very section. Manu wasn't there. I was already worried when I suddenly heard his familiar voice. It was a strangled half-whisper, the same he used to tell me off in the secret library. Now he's getting annoyed at someone else. How things change. Is that him? I shrugged my shoulders. We went to the direction of the voices. The moment I saw what was happening there, I froze. Yes, sir. I will be here. Manu was standing at the end of the hall, and with him. Is that Amrit? That would be great. Mr. Dubé? I'll approach them silently, greet them calmly. Walking towards the man, I said, Hello, Manu. Mr. Dubé, good afternoon. I didn't expect to meet you here. Emma smiled at him in greeting. Amrit nodded to us both. Miss Con, Miss Berg, an unexpected meeting indeed. A molo? Are you an avid reader? I'm looking for some information. I thought that maybe Manu could help me again. I didn't know you and Mr. Dubé knew each other? Yes, actually, you got us at the wrong time. I noticed that the door which led to the secret library was wide open. I should at least act surprised. Oh my, is that a hidden door? Amrit smiled. There was something about his amused smile that made me feel like a fool. Yes, to my library. I keep my family's private collection of books there. So, it's his family who owns the section. Manu talked about a Brahmin family, and it turns out it's... I tried to stay calm. How wonderful, you must be an influential person. To a certain extent. Yashvi told me about your family. Manu was silent, stunned by the fact that we knew each other. I felt uneasy. I stole a book from Amrit Dubé's personal collection. I should try and clear the air. Hint about what you know, stay silent. Hint. I nodded with an understanding look. I've heard that wealthy Brahmin families own the originals of most valuable text. If I had such a unique books in my collection, I wouldn't leave the library for one moment. We keep many different books. Would you really be excited about buy any reading material? I'm very interested in scriptures. I hope I answer this correctly, but Shaktism. The branch of Hinduism attracts me the most. The originals contain such details which you will never find in the interpretations. Amrit raised his eyebrows slightly and nodded approvingly. We think alike, Miss Khan. Would you like to look at my books just for a minute? Me? Can I? This is your first visit to Calcutta, isn't it? Getting into a personal library with the most valuable copies will be perhaps a pleasant memory of your trip. It's more than I could ever dream of. I can let you come in for a look, but please don't touch anything. Many of the books are too fragile. I nodded. Of course, just looking at them will be enough. I'll wait for you here, okay? Let Manu show you this section, Miss Berg. He is educated enough to speak English with you. All right. Mr. Dubé beckoned me closer. Let's go. After a moment in the dark corridor, I found myself in the secret section again. The familiar surroundings hadn't changed. I remember the smell of old books and the semi-darkness that reigned in the library. Amrit moved further and sat down on the sofa in a confident manner. He crossed his legs and looked at me curiously. Do you like it? It's impressive. I carefully sat down opposite him. My family has been collecting these books for generations. Care to know more about it? Of course, I'm all ears. I was looking at the man carefully. Good. Since I come from a Brahmin family, my ancestors didn't have anything in the past. They gave away all their possessions to help the poor. Scripture scholars are supposed to take care of their drahma. Yes, I know. It's a sacred duty of every person for which they were born. My ancestors always said the soul is immortal, the body is not. Take care of what is eternal. That's smart, actually. Many books were given to them by wealthy people in a position of power, and the descendants kept them as heirlooms even if they abandoned their practice and ceased to be real Brahmins. The Dubé family is now specialized in sacred text. We have amassed a treasure from our forefathers could have never imagined. Do you like this way of life more than a poor but spiritual life? Who said that spirituality is possibly only if you're a constant need? It's easier for me to serve the gods when I'm happy with everything. And it would be much harder if all my thoughts were focused on a fresh roti. We were silent for a while. He likes talking to you. I was looking at the shelves, the furniture. Amrit was looking at me. Very intently and openly. There was something defiant, even brazen about it. I felt uneasy under her stare and shifted anxiously in my seat. Manu said that he'd been helping a foreign woman in the section. That she seemed to be interested in an unusual symbol belonging to the goddess Kali. Manu runs his damn mouth. Are you interested in her? Well, she is worthy of attention and study. The more I immerse myself in the texts about her, the more convinced I am of how much wisdom lies in all this. I understand. The man stood up. I'll walk you out. I have to get back to work. Yes. Manu will help with any book you might be looking for. You should take advantage of his skills while he's still here. Is he going somewhere? Manu's getting married soon. What a pain in the neck would be for a look for a new librarian for this section. Uh-oh. Santa's marrying Manu. He didn't seem to notice that one of his books is missing. I turned my head towards the shelf where the Mahanirvana Tantra used to be. My heart skipped a beat. The book I had stolen was now back in its place. What? How? But it was gone. It disappeared in the house. I couldn't find it. What is it doing back here? My eyes didn't deceive me. The book was really on the same shelf I'd seen it on last time. I felt sick. Lost in my thoughts, I didn't realize that Amrit had noticed my expression and had stopped walking, and I accidentally bumped into his chest. There's a lot of diamond choices. Oh. He instinctively caught me, no less surprised than I was. Miscon. I grabbed his arms, so not to fall. I caught a whiff of the man's perfume, tart and sweet. There was a touch of Amrit Dupé himself in the scent. I'm sorry. Dark chocolate, sandalwood, cherry. I turned my head towards the shelf. I was just looking at... Lifting my head, I met his gaze. He grinned self-confidently. What were you looking at? Me? What? No. I stepped away from him, and at that moment our hands brushed. His skin is so hot. Be careful. You will remember this encounter. We went out to the common room where Manu was waiting for us. Mr. Dubé nodded at him. You don't look like you just came to visit a library. He was looking at my clothing. Very pretty. I believe I'll see you again, Miss Conn. Miss Bird. With these words, he went back into his library. Manu agreed to spend some time helping Lima and me. Finally, we found the right book. I'd be glad to help you figure it out, but I need to go help Mr. Dubé. He won't like it if I'm gone for too long. He said goodbye to me and left. What kind of book is this? It's about the Brahmi script. I want to find out the meaning of the symbol that was on Rosa's skin. Then I'll just wander around here and look at the other books while you read. They remind me of my childhood. Do you have any pleasant memories associated with books? Grandpa always read to me when my parents left me with him. They were working all the time. Grandpa was also a criminologist, so he usually read detective stories. Together we established the killer's motives, imagined ourselves as the main characters and all that. It's funny that after all these years I chose the exact same profession. It's not funny, it's wonderful. You're a great criminologist. Thank you. I think he would have been proud of me. Against all odds, I have reached my goal. Alright, I'll leave you to it. I'm around here if you need anything. I nodded and started reading. In the Devanagari script, such a symbol is similar to the number 5. I first thought of it when I saw it. But on the palm, it was more sloppy and a little different from the Devanagari. I think it's more ancient script. Brahmi. Various languages were created based on Brahmi, including Bengali, common in West Bengal. That is here in Calcutta. Some believe that the predecessor of the Brahmi was the Indoscript, the Harappan. Such writing systems were used thousands of years before our time. I was completely immersed in the book and my thoughts. For whom could the killer have left such a sign? Perhaps this was a personal message only for someone who would understand, that is, not for us. Or, on the contrary, did he expect me to get to the solution and understand the meaning of the message? I'll look to the Brahmi sign in the chapter on letters, history, numbers. History. Reading the text, I asked myself, maybe some Brahmi symbols were used for special purposes, like marking something of great importance or giving a brief description. This was done in the Indus writing, but that language has not yet been deciphered. I found only the history of the writing creation and its main purpose. Okay, just keep looking. We get all three. Letters. Flipping through the pages, I kept thinking, maybe he left us a message with some symbol or letter, a syllable. But I couldn't find anything similar. I was wrong. Fine, let's try again. Okay, then fine. Studying tables with digits and numbers, I was looking for a similar symbol. Brahmi numerology has been borrowed by many other languages and changed over time. The number 5 from the late Devanagari language is very similar to the number 6 in Brahmi. Oh. So basically like 666, I'm assuming. The symbol burned into Rose's palm was the number 6 in Brahmi script. The number 6 in the corpse. What did the killer mean by that? Maybe a sign that it was the 6th victim? The unpleasant guess instantly made my palms sweat. Maybe he wanted to confuse us? The number 5 in Nagari and number 6 in Brahmi are very similar. I'll be damned if I'm wrong. I need to urgently call a meeting. I am the leader, and now it's up to me to decide what we will do next. So basically, I could have gained numbers from the beginning, I'm assuming, and... Okay. I nervously tapped my fingers on the wooden desk. It looks like I should study ancient scripts. The killer plays by complex rules, which we need to figure out the sooner the better. Lima, we're leaving. We need to meet with Killian urgently. He looked at me in surprise, but didn't say anything. I wanted to explain everything when the whole team was present. We were walking rapidly towards the embassy. I couldn't wait to share my discovery with my colleagues. It was noisy in the street. Dozens of voices were discussing something with great intensity. What's going on here? Maybe something happened? Trying to push through, I noticed a puzzled Lakshman standing there. The policeman had already helped me once, so I decided to approach him again. After a moment, I managed to get to him. Lima stayed close, but kept silent. When Lakshman noticed me, his face fell. Miss Khan? The policeman twisted his mouth in a displeased expression. What do you want? He crossed his arms over his chest and did not move from his place. What happened here? He waved his hand. Nothing special, a dowry killing. A what? An unknown girl interrupted our conversation. They killed her because of the damn dowry. Priya, shut up. I told you, we'll figure it out. But she wouldn't let up. I know how you solve such cases. You do nothing. To hell with me, but Lata. I said be quiet. She pushed the people around and left angrily. Everyone she touched started brushing themselves off in disgust. Lima watched her go. I addressed the policeman. What's the matter? What happened here? Don't pay attention. It happens. There's nothing we can do about it. There was a family dispute and it ended tragically. Oh, I see. Please go. I need to figure this out. He lost interest in me, so I didn't bother him any longer and followed Priya instead. Listen, I'm sorry that I told my boss about you as a source. Just saying. Sorry. A dowry killing, what the hell? I have more important things to do, but maybe I should catch up with Priya and ask. Go straight follow her. A few moments of conversation won't change anything. I turned to Lima. Wait for me here, okay? I'll catch up with that woman and ask her what's going on. Why would you do that? But I didn't answer, trying to catch up with the young woman. I called out to her. Priya, right? She turned around slowly. Yes, what do you want? I am very interested in this topic. Would you help me? You would help me a lot if you could explain to me what's going on. Am I keeping you? No. She crossed her arms over her chest. Lata was from a good family and had an arranged marriage set up, like many of us. But the groom's family started extorting money from her. The dowry was never enough. And when the money ran out, they threatened to kill Lata if her family didn't give them more. What? Don't you get it? Did you come from the moon or what? You live in India and know nothing about this. Well, it's a long story. I realized that I had just passed the scene of another murder. Sometimes there seems to be so much cruelty in the world. Anyway, let me explain. She was given a choice, just like me. If her parents didn't find the money, Lata would either be killed and the groom would find another wife, or she had to start working. And the job was not pleasant, dirty, but profitable. Do you get what I mean? What, is that legal? If you don't care about your wife, your neighbor's opinion, and make friends with the right people, then everything is legal. Wait, she had to make such a choice, and you said just like you? Well, you can put 2 and 2 together. Yes, I'm a prostitute, but I'm alive. Lata didn't want to become one, so that's why she's dead. We were married to 2 brothers, and both are greedy bastards, both like their father. They extorted money from my family very quickly, threatened to strangle me in my sleep. That's horrific. It is. I hope you can convince Lackey to look into this. It's funny, his name is Lackey. Just saying. Lata was a good person. Please convince them not to give up on her case, as they did with hundreds of others. But now I have nothing more to say to you. He turned around and walked away, and I stood there for some time completely dumbfounded. Now I remember, Grandma told me that a dowry plays a big role in matchmaking in India. Yep, money typically does in any matchmaking. After a while, Liam and I made it to the embassy. Killian met us right in the hallway, but we decided to not go to the meeting room. Mr. Rose's empty chair was an eerie reminder of what had just happened. I didn't invite Ratan Vaish because the information concerned only the 3 of us. Besides, he's been pretty intimidating lately. Hello again. Do you have any important information? I came here as soon as you called. Yes. Limo was watching me intently. I took a deep breath before I spoke. I think there are actually 5 or 6 victims. At least, not 4. There are bodies out there that we don't know about. Ah, well, that's kind of short, but... educational. We'll give it a 5-star. And what did we get? Independence 2, loyalty 1, respect 2, rage 1, kindness of the goddess 4, and diamonds. Alright, so without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you enjoyed the video and what I do, the reading, the voices, things like that. But with that being said, once again, thank you all for watching. It means a lot. Also check down in the comment or the description for things and ways to, support the community, become more a part of the community and whatnot. Also, leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts and whatnot. I know this has been out for some of you for a while, and some of you are choosing to play or watch my playthrough of this. So once again, I thank you, but let me know your thoughts. So it's always fun to read some of your comments, and some of you leave comments where I learn even more about Indian culture, Hinduism, and things like that. And this is very educational. It's something that I've become kind of like more interested in over time, especially with such things as karma. Most people don't believe in it, or most people don't care. And then also deities and things like that, especially as I've been trying to soul search throughout my life. So it kind of brings more interest into my life, especially, things that I don't know of and I learn. And, I'll just say that every single day you should be learning at least one new thing. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.